Hey everybody!
Hello!
Do you like adventure?
Because we've got plenty of adventure to share.
We're outdoorsy.
And we're fabulous.
I'm Jason.
I'm Todd.
This is our little child Ziggy. Say hello, Ziggy.
Hi, Ziggy.
And we're the Glamping Guys!
Hello, and welcome to A Picture of a Map. This is the story of our first year glamping. Now, before we dig in, I want to let you guys know you can find out more about Jason and me in our video titled About Us, where we talk about who we are and why the RV life is our new passion. Now, what you're about to see here is kind of basic, mostly just still photographs. There's some actual video sprinkled in towards the end, but for now, it's kind of a PowerPoint slideshow type thing. Once upon a time, there was a slightly sad used Winnebago. He had good bones, but he needed some love. Presto! A little paint, a little imagination, and a lot of hard work later, and Wally the Winnebago was reborn. We wanted a place that felt like home, away from home. And once we'd finished all that hard work on Wally, inside and out, we were ready to get him out on the road and see if we really liked this camping lifestyle. Spoiler alert, we love it. We also really love throw pillows. Lake Louisa State Park is located in Clermont, Florida, which is about 20 miles outside of Orlando, our hometown. It was far enough away to feel like we were getting away, but close enough in case something went wrong. Thankfully, nothing did. It was a great trip, and we just had lots of fun in the very hot Florida sun. As you can see, the campsites are located between two maps. There's our site right there, number 22, and that's a very large finger. The site was really spacious, and it was covered in this nice clean white gravel, and that was a really good thing because we didn't track tons of dirt into the camper. Now, as I said earlier, it was hot. Punishingly hot outside. It was the July 4th weekend in Florida. And you know, a few shade trees would have been very welcome, but our little shade tent definitely helped a lot. We didn't realize how far away we were from Lake Louisa itself, and we didn't have bikes, so we just walked around and explored the area. That's when we stumbled upon Dixie Lake, which was beautiful and peaceful, incredibly so, until suddenly an alligator appeared in the water. Woo! Look at that guy. Anyway, I think this is when it really clicked, at least for me, just the whole experience of being out in nature. Plus, I gotta say, we're really spoiled with all the natural beauty in our state. Even if it is hot as friggin' hell sometimes, there's nothing quite like wild, unspoiled Florida. On the second day of our trip, we hiked around a bit, did some day drinking, of course, and we grilled out some really festive food because it was the 4th of July. Woohoo! We were hoping to get up to Lake Louisa because we'd heard that you could maybe see some Disney fireworks way off in the distance, but unfortunately our plan didn't end up happening because we didn't have any bikes. But it was no big deal because here are the big two takeaways that we learned from our first glamping trip. A, the sunsets on Dixie Lake are worth the price of admission alone, and B, yeah, we needed bikes, so we got some. Anyway, we were a little bit disappointed about not getting a fireworks show, but as it turned out, Mother Nature put on a fireworks show all her own that night. Check out this lightning storm. This is a map of Fort DeSoto, which is where we had our second glamping adventure. We really can't recommend this place enough, you guys. It's basically a tropical paradise, and there's so much fun and relaxing things to do once you get here. We were staying right there, right on the water. As you can see on the map, a lot of these sites that are facing west, those are the best, because that means you get these incredible Gulf sunset views every night. The facilities at the park are great. The amenities, the bathrooms are plentiful and they're clean. We always appreciate that. And the camp hosts were very friendly and helpful. We really felt at home there. But once we got settled in, we were definitely ready to do some exploring. Fort DeSoto is a fantastic place to ride your bike. They've got over 10 miles of paved bike trails that lead all up and down these interlocking keys that make up the park. first stop off the trail was the visitor center, where you can see all these cool exhibits and find out some really fascinating information about the history of the area. Close by is the nature trail, which we loved. It takes you out onto this secluded part of the beach. It's really peaceful and tranquil. And we found some sand dollars and some seashells, and we found a dinosaur. It was 6 inches tall and made of plastic, but the point is, it was a T-Rex, a legit T-Rex. So a little bit further down the road, we get to the canoes. This was definitely one of our favorite experiences. It's just so cool being out on the water. It's so beautiful, all this nature around you. You know, you got the flora, you've got the fauna. We even saw a baby manatee and a mama manatee. And the mama, she swam right up underneath our boat. So that was just really unforgettable. Now, one of the cool things was that we were able to bring Ziggy on the canoe with us. The not so cool thing was that Ziggy was miserable. It was a very hot day and there's no shade in that canoe, so he was just sort of trapped in direct sunlight in mid-Florida in midsummer. So anyway, just be advised that you can take your dog on the canoe, but your dog might kind of get heat stroke. Anyway, everything was fine once we crossed the street and we got to the dog beach. Now, this was hands down our favorite thing to do at Fort DeSoto. It was so much fun seeing Ziggy running all around, and it's such a rare thing to where you can actually take your dog onto a beach, take him off his leash, and just let him run free. And also let him swim free right there in the ocean. Now, Ziggy was a little bit intimidated by the waves in the water, but he still had a lot of fun running around and meeting the other dogs. Still further down the road, there's the namesake, historic Fort DeSoto. And you know, what can I say? It's a fort. It's got really, really big cannons. And if you're a history buff, this is the spot for you. Okay, guys, now just brace yourselves because we are heading into the long stretch to North Beach. This was the part of the bike ride that was starting to feel like a bit of a chore. Not a lot of shade, some interesting vegetation, I'll give it that. There's some cacti, but that just made me feel all the more dry and hot. Anyway, this is the part of the bike ride where you're starting to really feel the burn, but it's so worth it once you get to North Beach because you can immediately see why it's ranked consistently in the top beaches in the country. You've got this perfect white sugar sand, this crystal clear blue water, and I was just having a blast. Now, Jason was hanging out in the shade by the concession area drinking some really killer homemade lemonade, and I was out just frolicking in the waves. So anyway, this concludes the finger-pointing part of the show. I'm going to take you back to Jason, who's going to talk to you about some really cool sunset experiences.
And as promised earlier, here are some beautiful sunset videos for you. Please enjoy. So the last video that I'm sharing with you is a combination sunset and thunderstorm. How cool is that? When we got back to the campsite, it was drizzling a little bit, and we decided to go down to the water and watch the sunset, and just saw this combination of colors and lightning and thunder and the air, the wind, everything just felt so peaceful yet so alive. It was like watching a Bob Ross painting in motion. Words really can't describe the feeling, just being able to have the privilege of being alive and experiencing this. It just really makes you appreciate what you have in life and really reflect about our place on this planet. And I think that kind of sums up why we love to go camping. It's just, it's an out of this world experience, really. And the experiences and memories will last forever. And finally, the third location that we stayed at last year was Silver Springs State Park. Can't say enough about how much we loved this place. About a mile from the actual campground was Silver Springs Theme Park, which I guess has changed hands throughout the years, and now the Florida State Park Association actually own it. They apparently bought it about 3 years ago, but it's actually home to all of the old Tarzan movies, for example. A bunch of wild monkeys live there now that apparently escaped from the movie set. And it's also home of the famous glass bottom boat ride. So after that amazing glass bottom boat ride, we decided to explore some of the boardwalk and some of the hiking trails in the area. The pictures, as you can see, just show you how beautiful the surroundings were and just how crystal clear the water was. Our glass bottom boat ride captain told us you could actually dip a cup into the water and drink it. That he said it was about 99.9% pure. Here is a video of one of the overlooks on the boardwalk that we took. So I'll just let you kind of see for yourself just the clear, beautiful mirror-like water. Sorry guys, I couldn't resist. When we were taking some pictures, I almost put my elbow on him. He was just kind of chilling out on the rail. And so I decided to grab a really cool picture. But he was definitely scary and he startled the heck out of us. But I assure you, he was not harmed in the making of this video, and we weren't harmed either. So I wanted to save the best for last on our trip to Silver Springs, and that was the wild monkeys. Yes, people, we got to see them. So we were really happy about that. And we hung out probably for a good 15 minutes, just watching them forage for food and doing all the things that monkeys do. I took some video on my iPhone. I am sorry that it's in portrait mode, but I can assure you in future videos, the video quality is going to be much better, because I did get a really good camera since we have decided that we're going to start doing this full-time, putting videos on YouTube to share with you guys. So thanks for watching our first ever YouTube video, and we would love to hear any comments. If you have questions, feel free to ask us, and we look forward to putting many more on YouTube and sharing our adventures with you guys. And we really do appreciate you watching, and thank you, and have a fabulous day.
Leave a comment to say hi. If you like us, please subscribe. And if you don't, our little fluffy dog will attack you.